And we didn't hear. I think that we've been poisoned. I do think that we've been poisoned.
How so?
Because I think that like we find out that a lot of our food is poisonous, right? Or
a lot of our food is not good for us.
Sorry, not good for us.
Yeah.
So we have we have food that is made to be not good for us, and then we have a healthcare system that'll just kind of take care of you.
So Joe Rogan just dropped some brutal truths about how our systems are designed to keep us sick and compliant. And it perfectly explains why we're seeing such weak resistance to the Iran war escalation. He's connecting dots that most people miss. The poisoned food, broken healthcare, and chemical compliance creating a population too drained to fight back. Let's break this down.
Barely. So then you start to create this other, like you're going to need your autism gang that are up there running shit. But then you're going to need this sort of like mollusky sort of like the worker bees. And that's what the rest of us start to become is worker bees because, you know, your antidepressants killed like the vibe and the energy of so many people, right? Like the opioid epidemic, like you broke apart so many families and ruined hope and so many like kids and parents and homes and like the COVID where you shut down recovery rooms and places where people were meeting and so they were so disconnected. And then it's like you start to wonder why there's no uprisings because there's nothing rising up inside of you anymore because a lot of your vitriol has been killed.
This hits exactly why Trump's Iran war isn't sparking the massive protests we saw against Iraq. The opioid crisis alone destroyed entire communities, places that would have been organizing resistance. Combined with SSRI's numbing natural anger responses, you get a population that watches their kids march off to another pointless war and just accepts it.
I think we've been poisoned just enough to like, it feels like just to hurt, but not like we just have to start. I think it's a time where like we have to try and work on and like look inside of ourselves and I don't know. Do I sound fucking preachy?
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you don't sound preachy, but
I
think you're on to something. There was some file. I didn't read it, but a bunch of people sent it to me. I just went, oh, Jesus. It was from some Freedom of Information Act or some leak from the 90s.
The strategic dosing concept is crucial. Poison us just enough to drain our fight, not enough to kill us outright. Look at how the White House is now openly coordinating with social media to suppress war criticism. When your own government systematically weakens you, then exploits that weakness, that's textbook treason.
Yeah, put pornography and let it be into the home so that it's accessible everywhere. So marriages get ruined and relationships get ruined and guys are just spunking out on wherever. And so there's no energy. There's no no fucking desire inside of people to overcome. And it's like, yeah, we have to just try and do better one day at a time.
Pornography as population control is brilliant and horrifying. Studies show heavy porn use correlates with political apathy and decreased civic engagement. When young men are dopamine depleted from digital addiction, they don't form the tight social bonds that historically drive revolutionary movements. It's chemical castration through screen time.
All of our fucking money goes to Israel and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out. And it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going, I don't know, man.
He's absolutely right about religious capture. We're sending $40 billion annually to fund genocide while pastors stay silent about war. The same evangelical leaders who claimed moral authority for decades won't speak against killing children. When moral institutions are compromised, resistance movements lose their spiritual backbone.
Yeah. Well, here's one thing that's interesting to me is like RFK was on not long ago and he was saying that 75%, and I could be off by a few percent, of young men aren't
77.
Aren't eligible for military service.
Yeah.
So this is the hilarious part to me now. Now they've poisoned us so much that they don't even have healthy people to serve in the military. And now they're still like, I feel like these powers that be are like in this tough spot now. We're like, fuck, we poisoned them too much.
Right.
They can't even go spill their blood for us, you know?
Right.
The military recruitment crisis is staggering. 77% of young Americans can't qualify due to obesity, mental health issues, or drug use. Now they're pushing war with Iran while lacking healthy soldiers. The system poisoned its own recruitment pool, creating a perfect storm where they need bodies, but destroyed the bodies they need.
It seems now like most people are like, our government is not here to help the people.
Obviously.
They've been compromised.
That's true.
So Are there any rules against when people? But the crazy part is we're working to pay the taxes to keep them doing. It's like
I know,
and that starts to make you feel sick.
This perfectly captures the taxation trap. We're literally funding our own oppression, paying for bombs dropped on kids while our infrastructure crumbles. Trump's approval is cratering over the Iran escalation because people realize they were sold another lie about ending wars. The betrayal runs deep.
this is the way our species changes
That's
and
scary,
goes,
dude.
and then history will look back and say, well, this was how the shift took place. People started using plastics, and they started using chemicals, and they started using pesticides and
But we
vaccines.
believed that they were telling us the truth. That's why we thought there was an FDA protecting
Right.
us. We thought there was an EPA looking out for us.
Regulatory capture is complete. The FDA is run by former pharma executives, EPA by chemical company alumni. Hollywood's role is crucial too, pushing cultural division to keep us fighting each other instead of the system. While we argue about pronouns, they're poisoning our water and starting new wars.
Well, now they have Bayer Monsanto. That Bayer, which was like I think it was like a pill company, right? And then Monsanto, which was like a like a crop company, pesticide company. I'm hypothesizing. I don't know exactly.
Hypothesizing?
Yeah, but now they're a fucking group together.
Yeah, fun.
That's crazy.
Why not throw Raytheon in there too? Throw some missiles in there. You guys can't buy out Glock too. buy out Winchester. Buy out everything.
Bayer Monsanto is the perfect create problem sell solution model. They poison your food with glyphosate, then sell you cancer treatments. It's the same playbook everywhere. Break the system, then profit from fixing it. They've turned human suffering into a business model, and we're the product.
You know, and I've always remembered that, like, just like that. What a fascinating thing that we get to be here. And then this is how we behave. Like not us and not all of us. We all do in some ways. But like this is how we behave.
The tragedy isn't just what they've done to us. It's the beauty they've stolen. Humans are capable of incredible love, creativity, and connection, but we're trapped in systems designed to suppress our potential. Recognizing this poisoning is the first step toward reclaiming what makes us truly human.